It's another wonderful summery day. It's breezy out there, which I wouldn't mind so much if there weren't so many new fires in our area, but it is that time of year, as you all know. So that's okay. We are here today for my favorite thing, tea talk with you. And if you don't know me already, I'm Danny Cade, and I'm looking forward to continuing our exploration into the remarkable power of mindset today. Last week, we got into how our mindset can propel us towards our wellness goals or hold us back. Today, we're going to go even deeper by discovering some practical strategies that you can use to harness this power for lasting change. Okay. And I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever felt like your mindset is holding you back from achieving your health goals? If so, you're not alone. In fact, many of us have hidden mental blocks that prevent us from reaching our full potential. In fact, did you know that according to research, up to 80% of our thoughts are negative? So there you go. You're not alone, but imagine the impact of turning those around. How often do you tell yourself things like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough? These negative thoughts can sabotage your efforts long before you even begin. So recognizing these barriers, that's the first essential step. And when you do, keep a daily journal where whenever you experience self-doubt, you can write down the situation, your thoughts about it, and what your feelings are concerning that. Now, over time, what you'll see is patterns that will start to emerge before your own eyes, and you can practice something called CBT. That's cognitive behavioral therapy exercises on yourself, and it's pretty easy. That's where you challenge the validity of your self-doubt by finding evidence against it and writing it down. Can anyone relate to this so far? I'd love it if you'd share your thoughts in the comments, because if you would, that would be great. And thanks for doing that. I think it's wonderful that we can validate each other this way. So yeah, another way of reframing those thoughts would be that for every negative thought, ask yourself, is this true? What evidence do I have that contradicts this thought? Okay. And replace the negative with a positive affirmation. Studies show that only 8% of people actually achieve their New Year's resolutions. Why? Well, because their mindset isn't aligned with their goals. So one of my favorite techniques is using what's called the what if technique. So whenever you catch a negative thought, reframe it by asking, what if I succeed? Like when I started this business, I played all the what if games. What if nobody answers? What if nobody's interested? What if, what if? And then I turned that around. What if I have so many people interested, I can't keep up? But guess what? I did create that problem. It was fabulous. So I'm just wondering, have any of you ever tried this before? And how did that work for you? Like I said, for me, it was fantastic. Visualization, that's another powerful tool that our brain can use. And if we vividly imagine, well, okay, just imagine your success. You create a mental blueprint that guides your actions into that success. Okay, so find a quiet space, close your eyes, and just take a few deep breaths and visualize yourself at the peak of your wellness journey, whatever that might be. Maybe you've lost the ultimate, amount of weight that you want to. Maybe you're suddenly ready to go for that triathlon. Maybe it's something smaller, like you're walking, instead of just a few blocks, a whole mile. That's big. All of that, engage all of your senses when you imagine whatever that might be, and imagine all the details. This is important, okay? Right down to what you're wearing, who's with you, the sounds, the smells, the lighting, even the temperature, okay? By the way, visualization isn't just a mental exercise. It's been shown to activate the same brain regions as it would if you were actually performing the task in real life. Kind of interesting. Your brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. Okay, another thing, positive affirmations that can reinforce your goals and boost your confidence. Choose affirmations that you actually resonate with. and repeat them daily, preferably in front of a mirror out loud is best. Now, if that isn't your thing, I get that. You know what? You can create your own personalized affirmation audio track. You can just, record something on your cell phone, record yourself reciting your own affirmations. Try to make it at least 5 minutes long if you can, right? And listen to it daily. In fact, the more the better. Okay. Last week, we mentioned support systems, by surrounding yourself with supportive people. That's really crucial. If you can build your support network, identify the people who have positive influences in your life and make time to connect with them regularly. You know that expression, birds of a feather flock together? That's who you want to flock with. Okay. And engage in the groups or forums that are related to your wellness goals. I think I mentioned I'm in quite a few Lyme and cancer ones. And some of the other benefits of having strong social connections that goes with that is that you can actually increase your lifespan by anywhere up to 50%. That's kind of a nice little surprise gift, isn't it? So positive social interactions can boost your immune system. It lowers your blood pressure and increases your chances of living a longer, healthier life. Okay. So to recap everything that I just blitzed through rather quickly, we want to start by identifying your most common negative thought, write it down or write them down, and then challenge them. Practice reframing those negative thoughts daily and remember to celebrate even the smallest of wins, because every time you successfully reframe a thought or achieve a small goal, you want to celebrate it. This is important. Okay. And mindfulness, that's another thing. Mindfulness practices that can also be very helpful. So try to incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine. And what I mean by that is try to spend a few minutes each day in meditation. And I don't mean sitting cross-legged on the floor going om, unless that's your thing. Just a little thing like focusing on your breath and gently redirecting your thoughts whenever they start to stray. In fact, if they start to stray too much, that's a really good time to put on that affirmation track that you made and listen to that while you practice deep breathing exercises. And that's going to calm your mind and your body. Okay, a little trick there for you. Another thing that's helpful, mindful eating. Engage in mindful eating. And what I mean by that is, savor each bite. And before you even get there, pay attention to your food. When that plate hits the table, take a minute to appreciate all the different colors, the textures, and even the different aromas of your food. And take your time with it. Really enjoy it. I just want to give you a little real life example, and I think I brought her up before. Jane, she struggled quite a bit with chronic stress and anxiety. And through mindfulness and positive affirmations, Jane did learn to manage her own stress and even build her confidence, which was a bonus there. For her, this is really important as chronic stress can shrink the brain's prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for memory and learning. And it's also going to enlarge the amygdala, which is involved in that fear and stress response. And that creates an endless loop of more stress. So this just shows how critical it is to manage stress for overall brain health. And remember, reprogramming your mindset, it's an ongoing process, and be patient with yourself. Yeah, I still do it and I will be forever, but be sure to celebrate those small victories along the way. Give yourself that yay that you would if it was your child that was doing it. It's important to recognize that. Okay, next week in the final part of my series, we're going to focus on discovering the why and mastering mindfulness. You want to know what your core motivation is for pursuing health and fitness. It's very important. If you don't have a why, it's kind of important. Well, why would you, right? So be here next week. We'll be continuing this journey in transforming your wellness from the inside out next week. And as well, next week on Wednesday, August the 14th at 8 p.m., we have a really good webinar coming up, Transforming Your Mindset. I'm going to try not to butcher her name, Tadashi, Whitting. Anyway, she's going to be sharing a lot of things that she's shared in her books, what she's learned along the way that helped her to transform herself. and I can't wait to see it myself. So do join us. I'm going to have the web or the link for that webinar above for you, as well as a link to my wellness center. If you haven't checked that out yet, I really encourage you to, because there's all sorts of great recipes. All the past webinars are in there. There's interviews with experts, a whole lot more, some blogs, yeah, on and on. Also, on Facebook, I have a discovery group. It's called Danny's Wellness Tribe. I'd love to see you there. We have people joining us every day, and we're getting into more and more fun, interesting things. So jump in there. Again, all those links will be above. And if you've missed any of my previous shows, you want to get caught up on it, I do have a YouTube channel. It's just like my name you see in the corner of the screen there, Danny Cade, but wellness behind it. And with that, you're welcome to check out everything that I have in there. And do hit that, smash that subscribe button. Isn't that what all the pros say? All right. Well, I hope you're having a great summer. And I do look forward to seeing you next week. I'm not going to do a wellness show tomorrow. Ferris Bueller's actually going to take a day off. So I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Thanks, and bye for now.